David, 3 goals and 3 points today. Would you say that's one of your most complete performances this season?
It's definitely up there. We just had that discussion there. There's something about that win today that really, really excites me. I thought the boys were terrific, honestly, from minute one to right to the end there, and all the subs played their part as well. But you said they're an informed team, Ross County. They've certainly started to pick up. So we knew it'd be a tough challenge, and the conditions weren't great either in terms of the wind. But we got a goal in the first half, and that's great timing for us. And we just pick and choose our moments to go and attack, and see when you've got legs and energy and quality of Taylor, Marsh and Jacob, who are playing behind there, you can actually attack in less numbers because they're so dangerous and they're so good at what they do. So really, really pleased.
Coming into the game, as you touch on there, the wind was very, very strong. There's always a fear when that comes that it can ruin a game of football, but right from the off, Arbroath had the ball down, playing some good football, and obviously a great goal from Harry Cochrane as well to start. You pleased with just how eager the boys were to get the ball down early on?
Listen, it's no easy in the wind. I've been here for years, so I know what it's like. It's probably quite nice having Tam O'Brien in the centre half, who's also been here for years, and Scott Stewart in there, so they know how to play it more than anyone. At times it is on to actually do it, but it's actually picking and choosing the right times to go and do it, because it's no easy, and I think they did. If I remember correctly, Flinny's set up behind the ball, and I think he kind of makes the attack because he's set up behind the ball to go and recycle it. He puts it back down the other side, then it comes back in, and you can't take it away for the strike. That's a brilliant strike for Harry. Really good goal.
We touched just before recording there about the high press, especially obviously the youthful players you mentioned, and behind Nikolai Todorov there, who can obviously run all day as well, and you get a perfect example of that for Jacob McIntyre's goal. Is that something that you've tried to coach into them in recent weeks?
I think it's something we're getting noticeably better at. I don't think we've veered too much away from what we were doing at the start of the season. If anything, just try to better that. I think a lot of times in games our shape in general has been pretty good, but that line of engagement, or the point of contact rather, maybe hasn't been so good, and it's allowed teams to get out the other side or something like that. It's something we've challenged Jacob on and Taylor on in recent weeks, and can they get out and make that contact? If you remember back to the game against St Johnstone as well, where Jacob gets the boy out at the dugouts and Harry's over close enough to make contact, so we engage there, we win the ball, and we go and score. Finlay Marshall go and scores off the back of it. So it's nice to see that happening, because these guys, they're all capable of doing it, and how dangerous is it when they actually do go and do it, and Jacob gets his goal for it today.
Obviously going forward today, very, very strong, but that's a clean sheet as well. Are you pleased with how the defenders coped with the wind and really restricted Ross County to any clear-cut chances?
Yeah, definitely. I said that to them at half time. That was one of the things I'd mentioned at half time. I said it to Tam and all that. I think the big thing was, like, you can talk about how good we were, but how well did we defend the box today? The boys were absolutely terrific. Everyone to a man defended. They were throwing bodies at the ball, like blocks, slides, everything. Nothing. You were never really under any fear there that we're going to concede a goal. I think I'm glad you mentioned that, because it's easier to go and give like Jacob and all the plaudits, and they deserve all the applause, definitely, but the guys at the back, equally, even Aidan in goal, you know what I mean? Like, I know he's not conceded and he's not had many saves to make, but they've all got a part to play, and I think we played that part really well.
Looking ahead, we've got another 2 long trips on the road to Morton and Ayr in the next couple of weeks. Teams are drawn with at home, and obviously you know how strong they are. How tough is it going to be going to these 2 venues in the next couple of weeks? I
think every game's mad tough. It's a championship. That's why everyone loves it. I think that's why it's so exciting. You really need to be at it. You really need to be at it every week. So the boys are obviously on a high in there, and quite rightly so. They need to go and enjoy it. But then it'll all come back around, and we'll have a wee think about how we're going to. I don't know what any of the other scores were today either, so I've not had time to actually check it out. But we'll go and apply ourselves for next week and go and have a go. Let's go and try and win the game.
That's David. Thanks for your time, and well done again.
Thank you. Cheers.